Reading from the article on IEP process explained for parents by Muhammad Nasrullah, Grand Canyon University, Survey of Special Education, Mild to Moderate Disabilities, Faculty Kathleen Dowell, dates December 7, 2020. Learning has no limits. Being a parent, you know your child in a way no one else can. If your child is eligible for getting an individualized education program, IEP, you should be curious to know about IEP. You will be part of your child's IEP team. You need to understand the rights to protect your child's education journey. You need to know 12 key points of IDEA. Free appropriate public education, FAPE. Every child is eligible for free appropriate public education. What is appropriate for one child may not be appropriate for the others. Least restrictive environment, LRE. The LRE is designed to accommodate your child's needs based on the child's abilities and disabilities. Referral process, the very first component of the IEP process. Parents, school personnel, students, and others may make a request for evaluation. Evaluation process. It is the second component of the IEP process. The IDEA categorizes 13 types of disabilities which are included in the special education services. In order to be eligible for the special education services, your child must be identified within those categories. Eligibility determination. It is the third component of the IEP process. The IDEA lists 13 categories of special education students aged from 3 to 21 who attend the public education. Among them are eligible criteria as follows: autism, blindness, deafness, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, mental retardation, intellectually disabled, multiple disabilities, orthopedic impairment, other health impaired, specific learning disability, speech or language impairment, traumatic brain injury, and visual impairment. IEP components. It consists of the fourth and fifth components of the IEP process. You and the school staff will plan your child's individualized education program, IEP, at an IEP team meeting. Parent and student involvement. The evaluation system involves school staff, agency, parents, and students to review the results to determine the eligibility. Quarterly progress monitoring. The parents will receive a report as often as given regularly with its quarterly report. Annual review process. The IEP team meets every year to discuss the progress of their student. Procedural safeguards. The procedural safeguards inform parents about the rights and protections available under Individuals with Disabilities Education Act 2004 IDEA. Procedural safeguards save the rights that persons have. It protects them in their interactions with federal, state, and local governments. Prior notice. It is part of the procedural safeguards to send prior written notice for parents' consents to access educational records. Related services. The related services include transportation, interpretation, psychological, hearing aid or braille, etc. to receive the special education services benefit. There are more than 7.5 million as of school year 2018 to 2019 eligible infants, toddlers, children, and youth who are receiving special education services through Individualized Education Program (IEP). I have made a video available for parents, guardians who want information about student involvement in the IEP process. To receive the special education services, your child will be in the least restrictive environment. It is the law that President Gerald Ford signed in 1975 and created the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act idea. According to the law, what is appropriate for one child may not be appropriate for the others. Every child is entitled to free, appropriate public education. Components of the IEP. There are 5 components to design an IEP. It's mandatory for the IEP process. Number 1, referral for a special education evaluation. Anyone from the school as teacher or administrator or parents can refer to evaluate a child. It is primarily the school who is responsible to identify and evaluate the students. This is called child find. As a parent, if you think your child is struggling both at home and at school after providing enough support or interventions, you should refer your child for evaluation. I have linked a sample letter which you can use if you like to request an evaluation. You can have access from the article IEP Process Explained for Parents. You need to change the information to reflect your child's situation and your concerns. You just need to change the information from the sample letter. Evaluation. Number 2. Components. The Special Education Evaluation Assessment provides the IEP team information that will be used to determine if your child has one of the 13 types of eligible disabilities defined by the IDEA and therefore qualifies them for special education services. The first IEP meeting must be held within 30 calendar days after the child has been found eligible. Eligibility is again check the list of 13 categories of special education defined by Individuals with Disabilities Education Act idea. You will know who is eligible for special education services. Number 4, writing the individual education program. You and your school staff will plan your child's individualized education program at the IEP team meeting. The IEP team meeting is number 5 component. I have watched and facilitated IEP team meeting which you can access from the referral sections of this article. IEP process explained for parents. In the video, IEP team members support the decision with varying levels of enthusiasm. While you support the decision, you don't have to have the same level of enthusiasm with one. And being you might have some reservation, but they seem to be willing to support it, at least to give it a try. Everybody needs to be at the consensus level in the IP meeting. Communication. Meaningful communication is key to a successful IEP meeting. Being mindful about the focus on the child. Prepare questions by knowing important points in advance to discuss. Listening helps. Understanding of other viewpoints. If not heard at the first time, ask to repeat. It's important to communicate in an honest and clear manner. Conclusion: IEP meetings must be completed within 30 calendar days once the child is found eligible. The child must be identified with one of these 13 categories of special education services that IDEA has programmed to be covered. Parents, school personnel, students, or others may make a request for evaluation. Referral: U.S. Department of Education, 2016, Understanding Special Education Law.com, 2019, Pacer Center Incorporation, 2020, Understanding the Special Education Process, Education Service Center, Region 13, 2020, a facilitated IEP meeting, IDEA 2020, 45 years of individuals with disabilities education act. See right here, 2020, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and YouTube video by Mohammed Nasrullah, 2020, Special Education Speech, 2020.